ride before I could walk. Actually gave you his grandfather was, and so we always had ponies. And
tensions rise inside Buckingham Palace. Queen Camilla's daring plea for her daughter's inheritance collides with King Charles's determination to protect Catherine's claim. One royal family, one fortune. Who will win? The conversation started quietly in Buckingham Palace. Queen Camilla spoke with calmness, but the topic carried weight. The request was not about royal duties or public events, it was about inheritance. Queen Camilla wanted King Charles to consider a change, one that would redirect a small portion of private wealth to Laura Lopes. Laura Lopes had always stayed away from royal drama, choosing a peaceful life filled with art and family. Queen Camilla viewed Laura as a pillar of strength, the one who remained loyal when public life turned cold. For Queen Camilla, the idea wasn't about luxury or title. It was about appreciation for a daughter's steadfast loyalty.
And we lived just under the Downs.
King Charles listened in silence. Every royal decision carries echoes from the past, and this one could challenge a centuries-old balance. The crown stands for tradition, and inheritance is part of that unbroken story. But behind Queen Camilla's gentle request hid something deeper. A mother's hope to unite two worlds divided by royal boundaries. The conversation didn't end with a conclusion. It ended with a question. Could modern love and ancient rules ever find a middle ground? Royal inheritance has always been a maze of history, law, and duty. When Queen Elizabeth II passed, King Charles received more than a throne. He received generations of responsibility. Among those responsibilities was the Duchy of Lancaster, a private estate valued at more than £600 million. That wealth represents more than financial power. It symbolizes continuity. For King Charles, as each estate and asset connects to a royal lineage stretching back centuries. Tampering with that tradition means rewriting history itself. Yet Queen Camilla's suggestion wasn't a challenge to authority. It was an emotional appeal rooted in family loyalty.
It must have been a cathartic moment when the book was...
Laura Lopes never asked for attention. While royal headlines filled newspapers, Laura focused on family and career. Queen Camilla saw quiet strength in Laura's independence and wanted that devotion to be recognized. Inside royal circles, though, inheritance discussions spark unease. Redistribution of assets among non-heirs can raise questions about fairness and legitimacy. For the monarchy, image equals survival. Every decision made by King Charles must reflect duty, not sentiment. Queen Camilla's request opened a delicate chapter, one that would soon reach the ears of someone known for directness and discipline, Princess Anne. Princess Anne has always stood as a fortress of royal integrity.
It must have been a cathartic.
When challenges arise, King Charles turns to Princess Anne. Upon hearing about Queen Camilla's idea, Princess Anne wasted no time in giving advice. Princess Anne reminded King Charles that royal wealth, even when classified as private, is not entirely personal. Each transaction and adjustment falls under public observation. Changing the distribution of assets could trigger scrutiny from both the media and government officials. Princess Anne believed such a move would blur the distinction between royal and private inheritance, leading to endless questions. Princess Anne's reasoning came from experience. Decades of duty taught Princess Anne that monarchy thrives on predictability. A single deviation, even with noble intent, can cause confusion within the institution. Queen Camilla's request might seem small, but symbolically it could appear as favoritism. Still, Princess Anne acknowledged Queen Camilla's sincerity. The concern for Laura Lopes came from love, not ambition.
Very sort of laid back and happy, and we used to go off.
Yet compassion cannot rewrite royal law. In Princess Anne's view, emotion must never outweigh tradition. King Charles listened carefully, knowing that every word carried the wisdom of someone who has spent a lifetime defending the monarchy's foundation. Royal inheritance does not bend easily. The line of succession was established long before anyone alive today was born. Queen Elizabeth II followed those traditions strictly, and King Charles inherited the same responsibility. Camilla's children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, live outside the royal hierarchy. Neither holds a royal title or receives security privileges. Both maintain low profiles and rarely appear in royal discussions. Journalist Joe Little has often emphasized that Camilla's children will remain private citizens regardless of Queen Camilla's status. Despite that separation, a bond exists. Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes share friendship with Prince William and Prince Harry, attending key family events such as weddings and coronations. Even their children have mingled with the royal household, proving that affection and respect exist beyond official ranks. But friendship does not translate into entitlement. The monarchy draws clear boundaries between personal affection and institutional authority. Royal tradition states that inheritance flows through the direct line: King Charles, Prince William, and Prince George. Every asset passed along that path preserves stability. Queen Camilla's wish touched on that invisible wall, the one that divides private emotion from public duty. The request was heartfelt, but the crown answers only to continuity. King Charles has always carried the weight of two worlds, the emotional and the ceremonial. Queen Camilla's plea reached the part of King Charles that values compassion, yet the monarch inside King Charles knew that each decision sets a precedent. King Charles has built a reign focused on unity and renewal.
And in those days, there weren't any horse boxes, so
Diverting part of an inheritance to Laura Lopes, even a small fraction, could draw criticism from within and beyond the palace. The monarchy operates under constant observation. Any act of preference could be misinterpreted as weakness or bias. Catherine, Princess of Wales, represents the stability that the crown needs. The public views Catherine as the embodiment of modern royalty, graceful, disciplined, and trustworthy. Assets destined for Prince William eventually pass through Catherine, reinforcing the next chapter of royal leadership. King Charles understands that keeping the estate aligned with that path strengthens the monarchy's image of continuity. Balancing Queen Camilla's devotion and Catherine's symbolic role tested King Charles's resolve. The king's heart leaned toward empathy, but the monarch's duty pointed toward preservation. For the crown to endure, personal desires must remain secondary. Catherine never speaks publicly about inheritance, but presence alone reflects strength. When Queen Elizabeth II entrusted personal jewelry to Catherine, it signaled a passing of grace and confidence. Those jewels, like the Hyderabad necklace and George V festoon necklace, carry stories older than any living royal. Each piece symbolizes a thread of legacy connecting generations. Queen Elizabeth II once wore those jewels during monumental events, and now Catherine continues that tradition, blending the past with the present. For King Charles, this continuity matters. Keeping family treasures and estates within the line of succession preserves more than wealth. It protects heritage. The public sees Catherine as the future queen, and stability rests upon her shoulders. Camilla's proposal could have disrupted that perception. A single deviation might have blurred the line between personal affection and royal order. By maintaining the inheritance path through Catherine and Prince William, King Charles ensures the monarchy remains predictable, trusted, and unshaken.
Sheep and cattle about him, and occasionally, if we were very lucky, we were...
Catherine's quiet composure speaks louder than words. The jewels, estates, and titles she represents carry assurance that the monarchy's legacy continues unbroken. Queen Camilla accepted the decision without protest. Years of royal experience taught Queen Camilla when to stand firm and when to remain silent. Behind calm expression lived quiet understanding. Some battles are not meant to be fought openly. For Queen Camilla, the desire to secure something for Laura Lopes came from love, not ambition. Laura had been the unseen strength during the years when Queen Camilla faced public scrutiny. Supporting Laura symbolized gratitude, not greed. Although the answer from King Charles was clear, Queen Camilla's respect for duty remained intact. The role beside King Charles comes with sacrifices. The monarchy values service above sentiment, and Queen Camilla knew that embracing restraint maintains unity. The request may have faded from conversation, but the emotion behind it lingered. Queen Camilla continued daily royal commitments with dignity, yet an unspoken hope stayed within. One day, the monarchy might evolve enough to value emotional ties as deeply as tradition. Princess Anne's guidance left a lasting mark on King Charles. Every era tests the balance between evolution and preservation. The strength of the crown lies not in wealth, but in the ability to remain consistent through time. King Charles realized that choosing continuity over change secures stability for generations ahead. Each royal property, from the Duchy of Lancaster to Sandringham, represents duty rather than ownership. The monarch holds these estates in trust for the nation and for the heirs who will continue the work. By maintaining the traditional line of inheritance, King Charles reinforces public confidence.
Miles back again. I don't think we were particularly good, but
People trust what remains constant, and the crown's consistency offers reassurance during uncertain times. Queen Camilla's suggestion, though emotional, reminded everyone of the fine line between personal life and institutional heritage. The crown must always lean toward preservation. The conversation sparked reflection, but ultimately confirmed what has always defined royal strength: continuity through discipline. The relationship between King Charles and Princess Anne runs deeper than titles. Both grew up within the same expectations, learning discipline from an early age. Princess Anne, known for unwavering work ethic, stands as King Charles's most trusted advisor. Through decades of change, the bond between King Charles and Princess Anne has never faltered. Shared childhood experiences created mutual respect that time only deepened. When challenges arise, King Charles knows that Princess Anne's guidance comes from honesty, not diplomacy. Princess Anne's counsel during the inheritance dilemma reminded King Charles of their mother's approach: duty before emotion. The late Queen believed that strength of character defines monarchy more than bloodline alone. King Charles carries that same philosophy, and Princess Anne reinforces it. Together, King Charles and Princess Anne preserve the foundation of the crown. While Queen Camilla provides companionship, Princess Anne offers perspective. That balance keeps the monarchy grounded and forward-looking at once. The partnership between the siblings stands as proof that family loyalty, when guided by principle, sustains power more effectively than wealth ever could. Catherine never asked for recognition, yet the role continues to expand naturally. Every public appearance reinforces the bond between monarchy and nation. When Catherine wears Queen Elizabeth II's jewels, the gesture speaks to respect, tradition, and future promise.
I had a whole room full of rosettes. Rosettes were...
The inheritance Catherine received represents trust placed in capable hands. Each heirloom reminds the world of continuity between generations. King Charles sees Catherine not just as daughter-in-law, but as the embodiment of everything the crown stands for: grace, strength, and adaptability. Even as Queen Camilla's wish remained unfulfilled, Catherine's role became stronger. The public views Catherine as the bridge between royal history and modern identity. Through quiet confidence and steady service, Catherine strengthens the very institution that King Charles protects. Royal legacy extends beyond possessions. It is reflected in loyalty, humility, and endurance. Catherine demonstrates all three, securing admiration that stretches far beyond Britain. For King Charles, this is victory, not one of wealth, but of trust and stability. Queen Camilla's request revealed something universal. Even within walls built on tradition, the desire to provide for loved ones remains timeless. The crown may demand restraint, but emotion still finds a way to surface. King Charles's choice to uphold tradition did not erase compassion. It reaffirmed commitment to duty. Every monarch faces a moment when personal emotion collides with responsibility. The outcome defines the legacy left behind. Queen Camilla's love, King Charles's resolve, and Princess Anne's wisdom together reflect the delicate balance required to sustain royal integrity. Each played a part in ensuring the monarchy's survival in a changing world. Should change ever challenge continuity, share thoughts below, and continue the journey with the next royal story, because every chapter brings another secret waiting to unfold.